Now, I just need to parse this out as best I can from you, Michael. The fact that John McCain's organization gave $448,000 to this group that was founded by Mr. Khalidi, is there no reason for some to be critical of that as well, just as some might be critical of Barack Obama for being at a meeting with some girl read a poem, for example?
Look, you're missing the point again, Rick. The point is that Barack Obama has a long track record of being around anti-Semitic, anti-Israel, and anti-American rhetoric.
Can you name one other person besides Khalidi who he hangs around with who is anti-Semitic?
He pals around with William Ayers, who is an unrepentant domestic terrorist.
No, the question I asked you is, can you name one other person that he hangs around with who's anti-Semitic? Because that's what you said.
Look, we all know that there are people who Barack Obama has been in hot water.
Michael, I asked you to name one person. One.
Rick.
You said he hangs around with people who are anti-Semitic. Okay, we got Khalidi on the table. Give me number two. Who's the other anti-Semitic person that he hangs around that we quote?
And as for you, I don't know you, but I'm sure you're a jerk. Hey, I've only been here a few minutes. What's going on?
The witch, may we burn her?
How do you know she is a witch?
She looks like one.
Bring her forward.
I'm not a witch, I'm not a witch.
But you are dressed as one.
They dressed me up like this. And this isn't my nose, it's a false one.
Well?
Well, we did do the nose.
The nose?
And the hat. But she's a witch.
Did you dress her up like this?
No. Yes. A bit. She has got a wart.
What makes you think she is a witch?
Well, she turned me into a newt.
A newt?
I got better.
Burn her anyway! There are ways of telling whether she is a witch.
Are there? What are they telling us?
Tell me, what do you do with witches?
Today a copy of the New York Times. And I was really interested to read in there about Barack Obama's friends from Chicago. Turns out one of his earliest supporters is a man who, according to the New York Times, was a domestic terrorist and part of a group that, quote, launched a campaign of bombings that would target the Pentagon and the U.S. Capitol. Man. These are the same guys who think patriotism is paying higher taxes. Remember, that's what Joe Biden said. Now, this is not a man who sees America as you and I see America. We see America as a force for good in this world. We see an America of exceptionalism. Yes, USA, USA. is someone who sees America as imperfect enough to pal around with terrorists who targeted their own country. This, ladies and gentlemen, has nothing to do with the kind of change that anyone can believe in. Not my kids and not your kids. What we believe in is what Ronald Reagan believed in, and that is an America that is a nation of exceptionalism.
Lately you have been sharing so much knowledge with me that I would like to share something that I have just learned on my own.
Oh really? It is truly amazing how knowledge is contagious. I have raised awareness in so many people only to later have them come back and teach me something new.
After we had spoken the other day about fallacies, I decided to look them up online. I began to study and learn about all types of bad logic. Now I am able to recognize when someone tries to use poor logic in their argument.
So do you feel better that you are no longer be a complete idiot?
Oh, I see. You are testing me. You are presenting me with a loaded question. Regardless of whether I answer yes or no, I am conceding the assumption you make in the question.
Exactly, regardless of how you answer the question, you are admitting you are an idiot. These type of questions are very well constructed to actually be two different questions in one.
I recognized the same fallacy the other night while watching the 10 o'clock news. The anchorman asked his guest,
"Do you feel good about the fact that your protest is hurting our economy?"
There was no manner in which the guest could answer the question without conceding that her movement was deemed bad for the economy.
We all need to be aware of these type of underhanded tactics. When news organizations or individuals engage in these practices, we need to deem their information not reliable.
Let's head to the pub so I can buy you a couple drinks. It's the least I could do in gratitude for empowering me as an educated citizen.
The New York Times had an editorial today, and they said the following. It said, quote, "The Obama administration's fumbling is apparently a good excuse for them to do nothing, them being the GOP, on immigration reform, on a budget agreement, and on any other initiative coming out of the White House." Do you worry, as someone who follows House GOP politics quite closely, that because you guys don't really have any substantial legislation moving forward for the rest of this year, that all these gains you could make are going to go by the wayside come January 15th, and you can go back down the Ted Cruz, Mike Lee rabbit hole that was so bad for your party last month?
Oh, that was a loaded question there, Luke. But no, come on, look, we can walk and...
I just want GMO labeling, and that way people can make informed decisions about what they want to eat.
Do you worry at all about being used? Kevin sort of alluded to this. There are huge lobby groups on either side of this. The companies that make the GMO foods and grains and the rest of it definitely have powerful lobby efforts, but so do the environmentalists and others. Do you worry about being used at all in this fight?
No, because my own cause is different, I believe, because we're just the youth, and we're a complete part of it, but we're separate in a way because we're fighting not only for our food, but for our future and for our nature and our ecosystem. So I believe that we're completely different in a way, but we add to the group.
Okay, let's drill into the issue. Let's say you weren't as lucky as you are, and you were born in an Asian country, you were 14 years old, your only food was rice that had no vitamin A in it, you're going blind, and then you died. 550,000 people your age die that way every year. And a company like Monsanto could come along and offer you a genetically modified rice that includes vitamin A that could save your eyesight and your life. How do you feel about that, Rachel?
Actually, funny you mention this. Golden rice was scrapped because it didn't work. And in order for the average 11-year-old boy to get enough vitamin A from rice, he'd have to eat 27 bowls of rice per day. And another thing is, the reason there's blindness isn't because there's a lack of vitamin A in the rice. It's because their diets are simply rice.
Well, that's the problem. You're saying even if he has to eat 30 bowls of rice, there's no vitamin A in what he's eating now. It's not scrapped. It's still being tested. And the bottom line is there'll be other ways to modify food to save people like that. Should we not be trying these things to help those that are dying, or are you against that too?
Should we be messing with Mother Nature?
Well, what do you say to a child your age that's going to die? What do you say?
I mean, in all reality, because golden rice didn't work, how can we fight for that?
And so you don't want to see any attempts to stop food from being destroyed by insects. I mean, what I'm trying to focus you on is there no merits to this at all from your point of view?
My point of view is just that...
Oh, hello. Do you want to be amazing? I hope so. Here's some tips to get you started. Don't do this. Do this instead. That's amazing. I'll tell you what's not amazing.
$60, dudes.
You want a first-class ticket to amazing? You can get GameFly. GameFly offers over 8,000 video game titles with no late fees, no chances of getting burned by a bad game, and free PC downloads. Amazing.
We asked the Spurs to try H-E-B that green sauce and describe it in a few short words.
Su sabor es como el sol caliente brillando sobre mí.
This stuff, this takes me to my happy place.
This is good. I wish I had two mouths. Desacostado en la arena.
Yes, I have a happy place.
Siento las olas besando mi pie.
What?
It means it's yummy.
Try H-E-B that green sauce, the good on everything sauce available in regular or mild.
This is going to be so good.
America, Lay's Ass Shooter create the next great potato chip flavor. Ready to try the finalists? Lay's Chicken and Waffles. Show me the bag, show me the bag. Eva? It's buttery, syrupy. It's my favorite. That's Lay's Sriracha.
You know what always kept America moving forward, America?
Change! We didn't like the shape of chickens, so we changed them to nuggets. We grew tired of saying, "Greetings, dear friend," so we changed it to "Son." And sports drinks were boring, so we changed that with new Meal Fit, a sports drink with electrolytes you can flavor your way. Change your sports drink. Change America.
I've had my ups and downs, my fair share of bumpy roads and heavy winds. That's what made me what I am today. Now I stand here before you. What you see is a body crafted to perfection, a pair of legs engineered to defy the laws of physics, and a mindset to master the most epic of splits.
Who can say where the road goes, where the day flows? Only time. And who can say if your love grows as your heart shows? Only time. We
seem the same.
Get a Sony. The technology in their cameras and camcorders makes it easy to get the best shot.
Exactly.
What do you know about cameras and camcorders?
Really? Does that child have a beard?
Get one real quick, me and you.
It's easy to get the best shot with Sony cameras and camcorders.
Hands-free driving. Cars that park themselves. An unmanned car driven by a search engine company. We've seen that movie. It ends with robots harvesting our bodies for energy. This is the all-new 2011 Dodge Charger, leader of the human resistance.
Number one.
Where else could you have so much fun?
There's just one place you can go where it's fun to eat and talk and laugh and still get some change back. We're sparkling at McDonald's, taking pride in what we do. That's why 11 million times a day we get to say thank you. Fast, fresh, always fun.
Thanks for making us number one.
We did it together.
Come on. Hey, I'm late for this award show. My car broke down. Can I get a ride?
Come on, hop in.
I tell you, Carson, the excitement here is tremendous.
Look at that. I didn't know P. Diddy drove a Diet Pepsi truck.
P. Diddy in a Diet Pepsi truck?
I drive this truck for the weeknights, and I save that one for the weekends.
Don't stretch it.
All right, this is how I roll.
Hey, yo, P! Check out my new ride.
You're a whole new generation. You're dancing through the day. You're grabbing for the magic on the run. You're a whole new generation. You're loving what they do. I put a Pepsi in the motion, but that choice is up to you. Hey, you're the best.